Okay, sorry I ran out of time in the last one. So what we had done is just bring in the images for the fabric identification, and again, and also the measurement identification. And I taught how to do all those measurements in the first video. So to keep going through this design sheet, so originally I really did just plan on having body A, and this is all the 100% cotton chambray, so I just updated that. If you don't have any B, you weren't having any sort of other fabrication, then you can go ahead and delete it if it's all going to be the same. But let's say my B is, let's say, I go into text, and let's say this is my ruffle. Let's say I was going to do this in a different fabrication or even just a different color. Let's say the body was going to be a pattern and the ruffle is going to be solid, or vice versa. So all those, you can go ahead and still put the ruffle B, you still change it to, 100% cotton chambray. And you might want to say the ruffle's the solid, or whatever it is, and the body is the print. So these are just places where you can then identify those things. And then of course you just, you'll have to make these boxes bigger and all that kind of fun stuff to get it all to fit, or, maybe put the text smaller, whatever you need to do. And here you just, I have it in 12, so maybe you need to go down to 10 to make it all fit. Oh, I needed to highlight it. Of course, there was something I didn't do. So here's where you can just, so maybe go down to a 10 or something. So just, think about those things, have some fun with, your designs of, where you want, what you want to do with them. So then maybe since the ruffle is going to be more of a solid, then I would go ahead and keep the B. You can, draw an arrow, or, you can always just, I always find it so much easier, just control copy, control paste, and then just make adjustments to the arrow. But I'm lazy. Oh, of course it doesn't. Ooh, I need to rotate it. So anyway, there you go. I'll rotate it, and I can move it. There we go. I have it pointing to the ruffle, because you just want to make things super as explainable as possible. So A is going to be the print, B is going to be the solid. You might also want to do it for the back view as well. You obviously then can put any trims that you have. So with this little dress, it probably actually wouldn't have any, actually it would, because I don't know if, I probably would need to put a little button, a little keyhole button thing to let the little girl get in and out, or little boy get in and out of it. So I probably would need to do it. I wouldn't do 24. So if it's a 24 line button is good for a coat. But you might want to, if it's this little keyhole one, it'd probably be a 10 line, a 12 line. Usually the buttons in a button front shirt, a dress shirt, are 14 to 16 line hole. And it can either be 4 hole or it can be 2 hole. Or maybe if you have a zipper, or you have a little bow that's cute, or something that has a cool trim. Labels. Now I do want you to put one care label, and I have a link to all the care labels, and you can just snip it and bring it into here, or, screen capture, whatever you need to do. The other label you might want to put in is if you have a branded label. So if you have a branded logo you want to put here, or just just in cool text, what the name of the collection is, or what the name of the brand it might be. And if you want to make that into a label and just do, draw a box around it, then you can add that as well. The detailed explanation, all this is, maybe just to call out something unique. or that might be a unique feature. Honestly, a lot of times this is really done if there's like something kind of complicated. So all this really is it's just a drawn object, an oval, and I just put it as pink. Or you can do it in red, but if I move this, if I show you this, this is just a clipping mask. So you can just make a clipping mask of whatever you think is important. So, you know, maybe for this dress, the ruffle is important. So I might, maybe I'll put it in a rectangle. You know, you could go ahead and, you know, draw around the rectangle and say like, that's the important part. And then you would select the dress, push down the shift for the, oh, I'm sorry, the box was already, you do the dress, then push the shift, the box, right click, make clipping mask. And of course, you'd want to like copy and paste this and do this, and then you can put it down here and you can like, you know, enlarge it and, you know, have it fit, you know, whatever, you know, if you want to keep the oval, that's cool. If you want to do something else, but, you know, you can kind of delete this, do this arrow, and then make a text box to explain, hey, this is a gathered detail that is at the bottom hem and at the sleeve opening. And you want to use those kind of like correct language and jargon so people know that you know what you're talking about. And then finally over here, you will then put all of your colorways so you'll want to do a front, whether you want to do just a front view of everything, a front and back view if your back view is something interesting, but you do a front view of all of the different colorways. So I guess let me actually control copy, control paste. And, you know, so I'll have, you know, you can go ahead and delete this. You can delete these, and I'd put the one, and then let's say, you know, the woven, and, you know, let's actually control copy, control paste. I think we had another colorway of this, so let me go into, if you know, kind of saved all those motifs. So yeah, here was like a different colorway. So I'm going to actually apply this one. And then maybe it also comes in a solid. And so you can then maybe do a cute little, because this is kind of falling. Let me do like, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go back to here. Let's do like a green. Ugh, that's a little obnoxious. But you get maybe like a purple. Oh, and you see how I have a little off, so I'd have to merge those. So anyway, you could pick out the different colorways, and then you would, you know, make sure you represent it down here. If we're going with my idea of, you know, the body being the print and then the ruffle being the solid, you'd maybe want to put, you know, fill the print in here, and then the solid color, that would be the ruffle, you know, the print and the solid color, that would be the ruffle. And then let's say my third colorway is just the solid, you know, and you can do that. You just need to, you know, explain it, and you can maybe do colorway 1, colorway 2, colorway 3, colorway 4, whatever the colorways that it comes in. Whether I think the minimum all of them need to have is at least 2 colorways, and then they can have up to, I think, maybe 4. I can't remember what I have in the rubric, so definitely look at the rubric. But hopefully this helps kind of explain how to put together this design lead sheet, how to kind of take the template and then definitely make it your own. And of course, let me know. And then, you know, you'll just fill these with just the way you filled this, just so you know. I just want to make sure that all is explainable. I don't think I saved. Sorry, I didn't save the fill of this, but anyway, and you just kind of fill this in to the appropriate thing. Same thing that you know, did for the dress. So you'd go into motif and apply it. And you can, with this, you might want to do the scale a little different. And then let's find the blue one. Oh, I only have one in here, but if you have it in and you save it, then you'll be able to fill it a lot faster. That's why it's nice if you make sure you save the prints that you're going to use. But anyway, so hopefully this helps you make this design lead sheet. It makes sense to you, and then it obviously, putting this along with in your collection and with this whole kind of package, it shows whoever's looking at your portfolio, wow, not only can this person design some cool stuff, but they understand how to then actually get it made with parts of a technical pack. They have the jargon down. They understand all of the elements, because those are things that you would have to do in industry. So let me know if you have any questions, and hope this helps, and good luck.